it was at a time when I was at college at the University of Florida, and World War II started, and when they bombed our fleet at Pearl Harbor, there wasn't any question. We were all wanting to get in at the same time. So that happened in 1941. The Guard was the answer to what I wanted. To be able to fly, I figured I could do the most good as a pilot. And I had had that wonderful training during World War II, and I didn't want the service to waste me. A time when this country was unprepared was at the beginning of World War II. I happened to be signed up for the Air Force in 1942, and there was such a backlog of candidate cadets, that they made me, or told me to go home, and that they'd call me. And I was fattening up at Ponte Vedra Beach, and one evening a man came running into the inn at Ponte Vedra and said the whole ocean's on fire. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing, but as I dashed out and looked at the ocean, it was all aflame. And the German U-boat was on the surface, firing incendiary shells into this tanker, and it would, as the flames would subside, they'd fire more shells, and it was aflame, and yet we didn't have any defense against it. The Naval Air Station was in its infancy, and they didn't have airplanes to carry bombs or to shoot machine guns. They were just training. And so this happening went, in other words, the Germans won that little war of Ponte Vedra, and we couldn't do anything about it. And what a helpless feeling that was. And to think that nowadays we are prepared, and that's a wonderful feeling, but we can never lose track of the fact that we are a great nation and everybody wants a bit of us, and we've got to stay prepared, and the Guard is the way to do it. I'm completely sold on the Air Guard and the Army Guard, the Coast Guard, and the services we have that protect our shores. But we've should never lose track of that fact. I have a great feeling towards our troops, and I was proud to be in the Army Air Corps, which was the old original Air Force, and it was just a wonderful bunch of people, and we all were gung-ho, and we wanted to do something for the United States of America, and that was the best way to do it, was to get in the military. There's a different mindset now. People can't imagine us losing a war as we did in the beginning of World War II. And what a crying need it was for young people to get in and do something about it. And we had a great feeling of a wave of patriotism occurring at that time that doesn't necessarily show up today, because everybody feels that we are secure and that that we don't have to have the preparedness that we do. But we can't ever let down our guard, and I think that the people don't quite realize that. The nation as a whole doesn't realize that, but there is that need to stay prepared. I think the service life is a great place to get educated and to come to grips with the outside world. And the military is the place you can learn and you can understand a lot about life. It's a period in between your formal education and when you actually go to work and have to earn a living. But I think it's a great place for young fellas and women to start out. The one thing that I think that's so dear to me is the fellowship of people that thought the same way I do, that there was a need to serve. And when you're around a bunch of people like that, I think it deepens your friendship and you get real friends. Friends that stand by you and understand you. And I cherish all my military friends. I'm at an age now where most of my contemporaries are gone, but I see the young people that are in the Guard, and I know that they're the best people in America. I love them. I just think their mindset is right. They want to do something for their country, and by gosh, they're doing it.